I don't know. Do you like obscurity, though?
Blameless rustic obscurity.
Do you like obscurity?
Yeah, and I'm working on various books, such as I produced this one, obviously.
Yeah.
He's on about his book again, for fuck's sake.
Shakespeare's coming.
That's right, and various things like that.
But don't you want to return to the political fray in the vein
as I used
of your hero
as I used to say, and I repeat, I think the chances of my mounting a comeback, getting back into number 10, are about as good as my chances of being reincarnated as an olive.
Oh, Arthur, do you want to snuggle up?
Or blinded by a champagne
You
cork.
literally used those phrases to describe the unlikelihood of you becoming Prime Minister, and then you became Prime Minister. So you could stage a comeback.
I think it remains of that order of probability.
And what
I don't know what the odds are of being blinded by a champagne cork. Champagne cork, or locked in a disused fridge, or decapitated by a frisbee.
Well, younger, fitter, yourself in a fridge. To be fair,
it was not disused. It was very cold. That was the beginning of the general election.
So
campaign.
Can we get a yes or no? Are you going to make a political comeback? Yes or no?
I think my chances are about as good as being locked in a disused fridge.
That's not a no.
Or blinded by champagne.
What are you going to be doing for GB News, colleague?
Well, I don't know.
What would you like to do?
Well, I'm very happy that this is the first TV interview to be recorded, which is about
Boris on Britain?
and it's about believing in Britain, believing in our national ability to do things independently. It's about believing in levelling up, believing in the potential of the whole country, and believing in Britain abroad.
He's on about his book again, for fuck's sake.
You're perfectly aligned with our audience, because nobody believes in Britain more than GB News viewers.
Well, I know.
You know
I'm a great fan of GB News and have been since your book, your inception. And all I hope for is that the footprint of GB News will grow, and more people will understand that it's a great addition to our.
Do you watch much BBC these days?
I don't know when. I literally cannot think when I last sat down to watch BBC News. It's terrible admission.
Do you think the BBC is biased?
I don't know. I don't watch it. What is it?
Well, do you think so? What's your instinct?
I hesitate to criticise.
You might feel it was biased against you.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I literally, I just never. What do you think? I never watch it really, but I mean. What a joke, the BBC. I just don't. Do you watch? Do people sit down and watch? Is it at 10 o'clock, the news at 10?
I'm a journalist. It's a bit like a busman's holiday, but occupational hazard.
Do you actually
all of the news?
Really?
So what next immediately for Boris Johnson, once you've finished promoting Unleashed, which I think is the name of your autobiography?
It is.
I'm not sure you've promoted it heavily enough.
No, well, you've been very, very kind. I have to admit, you've been wonderful.
What's next?
So, I've got to get some more wood into the shed.
Yeah.
Winter's drawing in.
Oh, have you got a burning stove? Does Mr. Gove know about this?
Bollocks! There's a distraction. What can I think about that? Jam!
I think the local council allows us to. I've got to get. I've made some jam, which I have to finish off.
That's very Meghan.
Yeah, does she make jam? Well, my problem with my jam is resolutely refuses to coagulate.
Oh.
So it's more, and it's sitting there in the fridge in a sort of in a kind of vat.
It's nicely alliterative, though. Johnson's jam.
Yeah.
If you were to call it that.
I could try.
Is that a note upon which should we end on that sweet spot?
End on that sweet spot. Thank you very much.
Boris Johnson, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.
To discuss Unleashed.
Hang on. My name is Boris. Did he say that he'd got a book out? I didn't hear him.
Unleashed.
You've been unleashed on GB.
Unleashed.
Today.
It's very hard to keep this book under control.
Indeed.
It is.
It's very hard to keep you under control in an interview setting, but we've tried our best.
You've done. It's been great fun. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you
for joining us.
Thank you. Great.